Brandon's caught something, but we don't know what it is. Guess we'll find out soon.
Might be a bloody bird.
Brandon's fighting away. 200-pound marlin up the end.
I can see it on the water. I think it might be a bird.
Could be a bird, could be a plane. Well, not a fish. Looks like a bird, but good eating anyway. And after a big long fight, it looks like Brandon's pulled in a gigantic mackerel.
Nah, it's just a tuna.
Oh, sorry, tuna. Yeah, Brandon's brought in a, what is this, Brandon?
Tuna.
A tuna.
Yeah.
Oh, good eating tonight. Seared tuna on the barbecue.
So this is the famous Sputnik washing machine. You can see Sputnik, and it's a little portable washing machine. You put your clothes in, you put 3 or 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of soap powder in, add 4 liters of cold water, liter of hot water, seal it up so it acts like a pressure cooker. It seals up like a pressure cooker. Spin it for 2 minutes. That's your wash cycle done. And then you take drain it. It's got this little unit here. It takes the pipe and it drains out the bottom when this is at the bottom. And you drain the water, and then you add clean water, rinse it for a few more spins, and that's your washing done. Take it out, put it around a pole. I use this pole over here, and I wring it out. So depressurizing the Sputnik. Open the lid and turn off the whole lid, and off it comes somehow. There you go. So that's the pressure cooker lid. Close it in there. I take this pipe, I stick it on the bottom, and there you can see the water draining out. Nice and dirty, as it should be. I like my clothes dirty. There's no point in washing clean clothes. Yeah, and just let the soapy water drain out. I'll then fill it with clean water, seal it up again, spin it a few more times, drain off the clean water, take it out and wring it around the pole. And there's the laundry all Sputniked up. And best clothesline in the world, hanging on the side rails, sun and wind. So we're motoring, we've got a flat sea and no wind. So we make the best of a bad situation. Sun's going down, dinner time, doing a mango curry chicken thing with rice. The rice is getting out of hand there. And it's about 5:30 in the morning on the 28th of June. We're on our way to Komodo Island, but vast open ocean. I mean, nothing for hundreds of miles. And what do? We almost come straight into a collision path with that. That is about 200 meters away from us. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Second best time of the day. Sunrise. Can't do a sunrise beer, so that's why it's the second best time of the day. But yeah, it's a good one. So it's about 8 in the morning on the 28th of June. We were cruising along. We saw this guy coming from way off. At one stage, he was coming straight at us. Which was a bit suspicious, so we hid all our electronics, all our valuables into a secret compartment just in case. Took out the old cell phones. They always want a cell phone. Highly unlikely in these waters. Indonesia is pretty safe, but rather safe than sorry. And there he goes. It looks like some sort of ferry boat taking people across to the next island. He just kept coming towards us, a little bit suspicious. All good. Now I'm gonna go find all the stuff I hid away. saw them from a long way off, and they slowly moved towards us. A lot of dolphin around here. I think they're feeding over there. They gave us a brief visit and ducked. So the situation is we are motoring into Komodo fairly quickly. I've got a 12:30 gym class online to do, and so you can see we're doing 8 knots over the ground and through the water, 7.3, which means we have about at least a knot of current helping us for a change, because for the past 24 hours we've been fighting into the current. And yeah, it looks exciting. You can see that there is Komodo Island. We're going to go in here, Rinca Island, and anchor down there. Apparently there's some manta rays and some Komodo dragons. Good example of current, strong currents here. You can see the difference in the water. We're in the turbulent stuff now, and we're pushing through to get to the calmer stuff. And yeah, the current's 1.5 knots against us at the moment. There you can see we've just come through that current. We're in the smooth water now. That was the turbulent stuff. And we got to go into there on Rinca Island, I think it is. Going into that little sort of gorge there. And our speed's back to normal, 7.2 knots. Coming in to the channel or gorge. These islands, yeah, it's actually a bit of reminding of Marquesas Islands, sort of Nuka-Hiva type look about it. And show you where we're going in on the map. So that's Rinca Island, and we're going into this little gap here. That's Nusa Kodi. We're going to go try and find anchorage in that little gap there somewhere. Wish us luck. Oh, almost like coming into Knysna Heads here. Knysna Heads on the southern Cape coast of South Africa. But there's a sort of narrow channel to come in. This is just a lot calmer. Very dramatic scenery. Magnificent. Okay, ready to anchor. Bridle is set up. It's all on, set up. But look at this. Wow, spectacular scenery. Sort of in the middle. This is obviously a volcanic crater previously, and just really spectacular. And we've come out from the open sea through there. South African flag flying. May it fly high tomorrow when we play the World Cup T20 World Cup cricket final. South Africa versus India. Oh, big game. Hey, anchored down in Rinca Island, and in this beautiful little bay here, apparently on those beaches in the morning. 2 Komodos, the resident Komodos, come out looking for food. Hopefully not us. And this is what we're surrounded by. Absolutely magnificent. There's fish feeding over there. I think you can see them. And there's only one other boat here, and he's anchored right across on the other side. And it is pretty spectacular. And while doing my online gym session, there we saw it, our first Komodo dragon on the beach right next to the boat. We're doing lateral raises.
Here's a Komodo dragon
From your knees.
walking along the beach, staring at us.
Let's go. The fish have come alive here. It's late afternoon. And later in the afternoon, we were treated to this on the beach. This amorous pair of Komodo dragons getting it on the beach. And then I don't know whose mate it was, but he came ambling along and wanted I don't know, see what's going on. And the amorous couple weren't impressed. See for yourself. Right, 9 o'clock in the morning, 29th of June, T20 World Cup final day. Sorry, just had to throw that in. But leaving South Rinca Island, out that crater. So this is the channel out, and we're heading down towards the exit of the channel, or the crater if you want. There it is down there. And we're going up around the other side of the island to another little inlet where there might be some good diving and hiking. And anchor down at Padar Island, and yeah, a little bit rocky around us. We'll stay off the rocks. So that's the walk we're going to do tomorrow or later today. Starts just behind this boat, goes up that ridge of that mountain to the top there, Padar viewpoint. So yeah, apparently a good view up there. We'll go have a look. So these are the guards why there's so little fish around here. They go along with those huge outriggers, towing lines and nets, I suppose. But yeah, that guy's going to clean up a lot of the ocean. I suppose it's sustainable fishing for the local population as a food source. So, but yeah, fish haven't got much chance against that lot. So that's the ranger's station, I think, where you pay, and then you see the steps going up the back of the hill, and they go all the way, I think, to the top up there for a little bit of a hike and some viewpoint. Let's go check it out. here we are, busy trekking up to the top of Padar Island. Okay, so we got a rig here to watch the T20 Cricket World Cup final. We got the laptop streaming it through some dodgy website. We got the laptop to the TV, but there's no sound on the TV through this dodgy website. So Elliot has rigged up his phone to get radio commentary. So thanks Elliot, we're watching, and Virat Kohli has just gone out. Here we go. Oh, these are noisy buggers. Imagine being on that boat all day with that noise. It's a local fishing boat, but that's ridiculous. I understand they have to fish to live, but that's just smashing your ears. So just a run through of what we do when we're about to set sail. All the boat checks. Main thing to check is all these side hatches. That one are all closed, otherwise the sea's going to come in there and we sink. So we keep those closed. The higher ones we leave open, and then we make sure the VHF radio is on. We then set up all the navigation equipment, turn that on. I have plotted the route already, our course. So there's the line, that's our course to our next anchorage. Autopilot's ready. All the lines are out. It looks messy, but they're all ready to raise the mainsail. And the mainsail is up there. I've opened the bag. You can just see the sail sticking out the top. So the bag is open and the mainsail is ready to hoist. The anchor hatch over there is open and ready, so we can pull up the anchor and get the bridle up. Yeah, and then we're good to go. So we just got to start the engines. Right, and after all that preparation, we've left Padar Island. That's the hill we climbed up yesterday. and we're on our way to Pink Beach on Komodo Island, main Komodo Island. But that was quite a nice anchorage, nice hike. It was good. Okay, we got 4 knots, and we're doing 6 knots through the water. So we've got 2 knots of current. In fact, we're doing 3 knots and 6 knots through the water. So we've got 3 knots of current against us, and you can see the current on the water. If you look, it's all wavy and choppy here, and then just beyond there is smooth water. So we're hoping to push through this current and get to the out the current, basically. Classic example of currents going through the strait to get Komodo Island, and look at that. You can see that line of white water. That's current. Just smashed through that. But we still got 3 knots of current against us. Wow. So here's the tourist run. These are all the boats that people charter and they get sailed around the Komodo Islands. So they've all done Pink Beach. We're going to go soon. And there they all go. There's another one over there. And they're all running on to the next destination. So they all sort of leave on cue and all move along with their tourists onto the next destination. There they go. And which is great for us to see, because it means they finished at Pink Beach and they're leaving it all to us nice and quiet. Here we go again into the current. You can see it on the water there. We don't know whether it'll rip us left or rip us right. It might just require some diesel to burn through it. Coming around the corner of this little island here, we need to go up and around it through that current. It's the wild pig of Komodo Island.
Supper.
Yeah. Porky.
Fresh bacon.
So you can see the sort of pink in the sand, yeah? Sort of. And then when it washes out, see the wave goes out, and then you might see a bit of pink. There it is. And that's the Pink Beach. Sunday afternoon, and look at that. It's like a Jurassic Park type scenario. And the last sunset for June 2024. Sundowner, and magnificent. Yeah, right. That's Komodo Island, sunsetting over back of Komodo Island. Alright, it's early start this morning. We got to get to the game ranger station to go see some Komodo dragons. It is 7:20 on the 1st of July 2024. And we're coming through, we've just let Pink Beach come through that passage there, and we are getting pumped through by the current. We've got about 3 knots pushing us through, and again, miles for free. Here come all the tour boats. They're all coming in to see the Pink Beach, which is not very pink, but they're lining up. And we headed into the distance round that far point there. Good morning. We got a sporty sail today. We're trying to get down to the main ranger station, and we're beating into wind. Beating into, you can see 26 knots. Yeah, current wind 26 knots, and we're only doing 5.5 knots. Catamarans don't do very well into wind, and you can see how we're tacking. Gone across there and then down there. We have to go back across to get to where we want to go. Yeah. Not used to going into wind. 7 o'clock in the morning here, and all the boats are coming into the main ranger station to see the Komodo dragons. Alright, 8 o'clock in the morning, 2nd of July, and we've left our trusty mooring ball. You can see it in the distance there, near the main game ranger station here on in Komodo National Park. And we're going off to the town, Labuan Bajo, about 18 miles, about 3 hours sail. Right, we've just arrived at Labuan Bajo. It's the main town in Komodo National Park. I'm intending to have a passage beer, but you can see it's a sweatathon here. So I'm gonna have a swim first, and then I'll have a passage beer. Much better. Cheers. Okay, there we are at the dinghy dock and all sorts of docks at Labuan Bajo. The main drag, Labuan Bajo, restaurants and so on. Let's draw some money. There we are at the Eco Hotel on Labuan Bajo. There's a few boats out there. They take tourists out. And dinghy is moored down over there. A bit lost between that lot. But yeah, not a bad spot. Labuan Bajo. So schoolboy area in Indonesia, when they ask you for a small beer, that's a normal 500ml beer. They ask for a big beer, which I thought, oh well, I'll take the big one. And that is 620 mils. That's our big beer. It's going to be an instant lunch. Hey, at last, back to normal prices. So this is about 120 Rand, which is about $6. Burger and chips. Elliot's got a huge sandwich there. And we've got a great view. Back to normal prices, not being having the ring ripped out of it. So Indonesia, thumbs up so far. Grocery shopping done. There it all is. And it's Main Street, Labuan Bajo. And downtown Labuan Bajo, so that's the Eco Hotel straight in front there, the funny nice looking building. Had a good lunch there yesterday, very good, well worth a visit. The Eco Hotel, it's on the main road in through Labuan Bajo, and this is the jetty through to the dinghy dock. Yeah, it's pretty good, yeah. There goes Labuan Bajo. Good anchorage, nice resort. We just had breakfast there this morning. Yeah, 100 Rand for a full buffet breakfast, all the extras. Really good value and a nice little beachside setting. The red roof down in the distance there. Don't miss out if you come here. Luansa or Lunwasa Hotel. Popular dive spot on that rock. These guys have just pulled in there, they're trying to get down quickly. Those divers also, before the weather comes. The weather's chasing us as well to get to our anchorage. Still on the top end of the Komodo National Park. The anchorage here in the Komodo National Park somewhere. I don't know the name of this place. And yeah, stunning. We got it all to ourselves. Snorkeling here has been really good. We sort of anchored on a sand patch, and yeah, the snorkeling is all around the sand patch on the edges of the coral reef. Elliot's been in the water for about an hour. I think he's examined every fish now. But it is good down there. Tomorrow we head out that way. You can see that point in the distance. That's heading towards Bali, going west. Okay, so it's the pot Quick rundown, we put onions in first, fried up in some oil, the onions. Then we pre-cook the chicken in the microwave a little bit, 5 minutes in the microwave, just to give it a little bit of a pre-cook. And then add potatoes, add carrots, we added some mushrooms and cucumber-like thing. And then finally, the chunky Irish stew style soups, because it's an Irish's pot. We put in some chunky Irish stew, and I'll mix it up a little bit just to get the moisture everywhere. And that's it. We'll close up the pressure cooker, let it cook for about 45 minutes, and that's it. Simple as that. And that should be good for 2 or 3 days of dinner. So we were having a great time with cooking pots and snorkeling and so on. But we did spare a thought for Grenada and Carriacou, who were in the path of Hurricane Beryl. These little purple boats. It was all the yachts. There were about 200 of them left Grenada and sailed south to Trinidad and Tobago to get out of the path of the storm. Those that didn't sail south, well, they weren't so lucky. This is Carriacou, the little island where I used to go 2 years ago. I spent hurricane season right there. And this is the yard where I done some work on my boat exactly 2 years ago. So yeah, it's pot luck. That's the beach where we used to go have sundowners. All the boats washed up on the beach. And there you can see in the yard where my boat was 2 years ago. Exactly there it would have been between this lot. So yeah, thank you lucky stars sometimes. Yeah, and on that rather sad note, it is sad to see boats destroyed like that. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.